Welcome. In this video, I want to consume a chicken egg along with its chicken shell at the very same time. Now, you may be asking, why do I want to eat the shell of an egg? Well, the eggshell actually is a great source of calcium. As a matter of fact, half an eggshell has 1,000 milligrams of calcium carbonate. That's enough calcium to provide all the calcium that a human needs for one day. Now, these two eggs here are actually hard boiled, so I boiled them for 8 minutes and then I let them cool down a little bit. And you want to make sure you definitely cook your eggs just to make sure, and the eggshell, to make sure that you kill off any salmonella or any bacteria. Now, this is definitely an unconventional way to eat an egg. Most people will actually grind them up into a powder and then bake them on a baking sheet and then actually put them over coffee or a salad. Alright, we definitely want salt on this to improve the taste a little bit. So let's go ahead and get some salt on here. Now, as we open up our egg, you can see the inside of it and the different parts. Now, of course, here you have the egg yolk, you have the egg white, and then you have the shell, and right below the shell is actually the egg membrane, which is like a little skin. Now, a lot of people will just throw out the egg white part and, of course, the shell, and just eat the little yolk in here because they consider that the most healthiest. And yes, the egg yolk is definitely a power punch of nutrition and minerals. Of course, it's the supply of vitamin A in the egg yolk, vitamin K, and the big one's vitamin D. K2 as well, and choline as well. But the white, don't discount the white part. The white actually has a lot of the B vitamins, the B12, the B5s, folate, thiamine, and those are very important for your nerves, and it's very important for your brain and your eyes as well. And of course, we've got the shell, which has got a lot of the calcium, calcium carbonate. The membrane below the shell actually has a lot of zeaxanthin, lutein, and choline, and those are very important to prevent macular degeneration of your eyes and to prevent cataracts. It's super good for your brain. Now, I'd highly recommend you eat at least one egg, maybe 2 eggs a day. You don't necessarily have to put the shell on it. I know that it doesn't taste the best, so maybe a shell maybe once every week. Just leave the shell on it, or just eat a half a shell. Or, like I said earlier, just grind it up into a powder and put it over your coffee or salad. But you can see the benefits that you get from the shell. But remember, if you only eat 1 egg a day, you're getting 30% of all the vitamins and nutrients you need for one day. So that goes to show you how powerful the egg is. Now, you might ask, where do I source my eggs from? Unfortunately, I don't live near a farm. I live closer to a bigger city, so I have to get them from the store, and I have to always get pasture-raised eggs. Now, you might ask, well, why not just get the regular red or blue packaged eggs that you get at the dollar store or Walmart or whatever? Because the quality of the eggs matter a great deal, and you want to find a lot more nutrition, vitamins in the pasture raised. What pasture raised means is that the birds are allowed to roam, and they do roam outside on the land, and what they'll do is they'll actually eat bugs and worms and different little insects that are around, and that's what you want. You don't want the birds that are caged and then they're fed corn or soy. Even if the corn and soy is organic, which a lot of them will say organic, but it's not pasture raised, it just means that they're eating organic corn and flax. And you want your birds to be eating actual worms and insects and living off the land. Now, unfortunately, 12 eggs is like $8 or $9 at Walmart or at Trader Joe's or Whole Foods or whatever, and that is kind of expensive, but when you consider what you get per egg, it's well worth the money. Now, if you're concerned about cardiovascular health and your artery health and making sure you don't have any plaque in your arteries, Eggs are a good source of vitamin K2, and K2 has been proven to decalcify arteries that have plaque and calcium buildup in it. It'll actually take that calcium out of your arteries and actually put it back into your bones. So K2 is a great vitamin to take for your arteries, and eggs is a great source of K2. Probably the best one would be natto. Natto soybeans is the best for K2. And of course, you know, your other animal products like your wild salmon, fish, beef liver have K2 in it as well. Now, eggs are extremely good for your cholesterol. They'll actually raise up the good cholesterol, which is the HDL. Yes, it will raise up the LDL a little bit, the bad cholesterol, but the ratio of HDL to LDL is what you want to look for, and it's the good kind. Now, I am someone that does suffer from prediabetes, and I will tell you eggs help with prediabetes and helps with your insulin. I notice when I'll get weak during the day, I'll eat 2 hard-boiled eggs, and it just livens me up a lot. So my advice when consuming eggs, and maybe even have a shell on it every once in a while, is to actually think of it as a supplement. If you don't like eggs, not a big deal, but what I would do is I would just hard boil you like maybe 6 eggs at the beginning of the week, put them in your refrigerator. They stay good for a long time. Heck, I've had eggs in the refrigerator for as long as a month and they're still good. But keep them refrigerated and eat them like a supplement. Just boil them at the very beginning of the week so you don't have to worry about it, and just eat them like a supplement, get them down and consume them, and then you get all those benefits, the nutrients and vitamins, and you can't go wrong. All right. Appreciate you watching. Make sure you subscribe.